casting a spell on me. No. Witch battle.
Okay, who's gonna win?
Samantha, she's a Q. She can do anything. There are no rules in that show. We're back with more Goosebumps, and we're starting off with How to Kill a Monster.
Look how pretty that is.
Yeah.
Look how ugly this new one is.
That is,
it's red and red.
This still
those
looks like there's a big hairy Muppet sneaking out of the room to me. I don't know. Home Alone with a monster. Sounds like a bad date. Gretchen and her stepbrother Clark hate staying at their grandparents' house. Grandpa Eddie is totally deaf, and Grandma Rose is obsessed with baking. So your grandpa doesn't bug you, and you get to eat a lot.
That sounds like Monster Blood and Revenge of the Scarecrow.
Yeah, the way the grandparents are.
With the baking
Plus,
and the
they live
deafness.
right in the middle of a dark, muddy swamp.
Like Werewolf of Fever Swamp?
Yeah, things couldn't get any worse, right? Wrong! Because there's something really weird about Grandma and Grandpa's house. Something odd about that room upstairs. The one they keep their cousin locked
porn.
in. Yeah, the one that's locked. The one with the strange noises coming from it. You ruined after you said that. Strange growling noises. That's where Grandpa keeps the little girl from down the street.
Oh my goodness.
It's dark. No, this book isn't
It's dark.
The book isn't that dark.
No, it's not.
It's really stupid. I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 5. No, this is like a combination of those 3 stories of Monster Blood, Werewolf of Fever Swamp, and the Scarecrow Stalks at Midnight.
It does take like a couple elements from the plot and the different personalities. They all come from like little pieces of those stories.
Yeah, it was like
and it's
I have
like mashing those weird
nothing
stupid
to write.
things.
Let me just put all these things
and
together.
The whole premise was not that great. And then the grandparents' actions, like, well, now that you're here, we can leave the house and lock our grandchildren inside with a
like,
monster.
What the hell is wrong with these grandparents?
Makes no sense.
But
and
we're gonna leave you a note. 2 notes,
and
because
then
we forgot the rest.
And then, to me, this is one of the stupidest endings in the whole series.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry, I just realized that you're humans, and I'm allergic to humans. Like,
But I liked the fact that they were step-siblings. This was the first time we had true step-siblings. It is.
Okay. Yeah.
It is.
All right.
It is. Okay. And I like that they were the same age, because usually the kids are not the same age if they're siblings.
Yeah, they
but they are siblings, and they're the same age, which I thought was cool. That was nice. This house is super unsafe. There's like a hole in the floor. There's toys from like the 1920s that probably have lead in them. There's all kinds of shit. And you got a swamp.
Yeah.
And a swamp monster.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that?
Yeah.
I thought we did that.
Yeah, so anyway, that was not a very good one. But move on to another one that I know you in particular loved.
How to Kill a Monster did have a dog. I care about the dog. It was a golden retriever, and his name was Charlie. And he was a scary cat. Just thought we needed to know that.
Yeah. Read your book.
You read your book. So this one, which was much better, number 47.
I love that cover.
47.
Something about it just makes me laugh. Like, I think
Cover.
it's great.
Legend of the Lost Legend. Talk about a horror story. Nobody loves a good story like Justin's dad. He's a famous writer and story collector. That's how Justin and his sister Marissa ended up in Brovania. Is that how you say that? I was saying
It's made up.
Brovania.
Who cares? It's made up.
For a second, I was like, where is that? How do I not know where that is? And I realized it was fake. Their dad is searching for the ancient manuscript called The Lost Legend. Justin and Marissa want to help, but instead of finding the lost legend, they get lost. And the woods of Brovania are filled with the strangest creatures, like hundreds of squealing mice, silver-colored dogs, and terrifying Vikings from long ago.
Sounds like a 70s or 80s like sword and sorcery movie, like a B like sword and sorcery movie, Legend of the Lost.
Of the Lost Legend.
Yeah, but yeah. Speaking of the made-up country, like even within the context of this like little kid's like short story, there was enough there that it felt fairly believable as this place somewhere between like maybe around like Germany, like talking about like it just feels like that.
It felt like a Norwegian-ish.
I don't know. It had that sort of like quote unquote old world like mythology story. Like it worked pretty well in that regard.
Yeah, my only problem was that everybody speaks English in all of these.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's in like everything.
Yeah.
They could be in the Arctic Circle. They could be in another country. Everybody speaks English. Everybody writes in English. It's English.
But yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't. I think you liked it a little more than I gave it a 7.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah,
and it was like closer to 8.5. Like this is a really good story.
I don't know. I think it's more like a personal taste thing. It is more up your alley. More fantasy, more folklore.
Yeah,
more,
it was very
mythology
folklore,
based.
very like sitting around the campfire telling the story about the Lost Campers. I love the dogs. These are probably my favorite dogs in the entire series. Okay, that's important to know. Silver Dog is awesome, and Luca is just, oh, Luca. That was awesome. That was super cool. I love the ending. That was great. I love the test. I love the Viking lady,
Yes.
Ivana. She's awesome.
She was good.
Everything was cool. Everything was awesome about this, except for the dad who brought his kids to a foreign country.
Yeah, but otherwise
In the
it
middle
had
of the
story.
woods.
Yeah.
In the middle
It's a
of
responsible
the woods.
parent.
But the father, I thought was interesting. The father is a writer
Mm-hmm.
with a giant beard and has a little bit of anger.
Yeah.
He gets a little annoyed at his kids when they're being mischievous.
Mischievous.
It reminded me
But
of you.
yeah, you're right. It did have a good ending.
It really did. I
The
really
next one
enjoyed
did not. The next one I thought was one of the worst parts of the whole story.
This is the new
So
cover
we have, yes,
because again, we can't have two colors. It has to be one color.
pumpkin power. I don't know why that feels so like
Pumpkin
90s to me.
power.
Just like turtle, turtle, turtle power, turtle, turtle, turtle power. But we have Attack of the
I
Jack-O-Lanterns.
liked your sound effects. That was high tech.
Nothing beats Halloween. It's Drew Brockman's favorite holiday, and this year will be awesome, much better than last year, or the year Lee and Tabby played that joke. A nasty practical joke on Drew and her best friend Walker. Yes, this year Drew and Walker have a plan for revenge. It involves two scary pumpkin heads, but something's gone wrong, way wrong, because the pumpkin heads are a little too scary, a little too real, with strange hissing voices.
Stop.
Like a tea kettle. And flames shooting out of their faces. Yes.
Stop. That's how I felt about this book.
I'm a hotsy totsy Nazi.
You are not a Nazi. You can't say that. Your channel will get closed down.
If people get the reference, it's funny. If they don't, then oh my god. But anyway, so Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns. Not that great overall. It felt like the parts of it felt like a bad version of The Haunted Mask. And
I guess it did have.
And then it divulged
similar-
into this weird wannabe
Sci-fi
alien
thing?
sci-fi ending thing at the end that didn't quite work for me.
I also didn't like the fact that you're not in on it. Like it's supposed to be from her perspective, from Drew's perspective. But Drew seems just as scared, and you feel scared for Drew.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she's in on it. So
Yeah.
you're like, well, what was I reading?
I didn't.
Was she trying to scare me?
Yeah. I didn't think it was.
What
I didn't think it was terrible. I gave it a 6. I just thought that there were
I gave
certain.
it a 7.
Really? I thought you gave it more
because
than
Drew was a Klingon for Halloween.
that. Because of the whole
That,
point. Because of the whole
that
point.
is cool. And I really enjoyed watching those popular kids suffer. It made me really happy. When they were crying, when I almost threw up. That was great. That
Yeah.
made me super happy.
Yeah.
I was really happy about that. So it got a little bit higher because of that.
Yeah.
Schadenfreude.
But yeah, yet again, a cluster of 3 kind of mediocre ones. That
Yeah.
always keeps happening. Like I know you like the Legend of the
I
Lost
did like
Legend a little
the
more than I
Lost
did,
Legend.
but like I don't know. Overall, like, I keep seeing a pattern with that. It's the strangest
Yeah,
thing.
it is very strange. I don't know if he
But-
did it on purpose or if it just
Yeah.
happened that way.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll get a breath of I don't know where I was going with that.
Garlic.
Garlic.
Vampire breath.
Yeah. I probably should have thought of a joke before I started to make one. Doesn't work partway through.
It's okay. You're not funny anyway. I'm funny.